Police? What pictures do you have on your walls? Have you seen any famous works of art? Do you have any artistic talents? Who's your favorite artist? What kind of art do you like? How often do you visit museums or art galleries? Who are the most famous artists from your country? What do you think of art? Describe an interesting photograph you've seen. Do you own any original pieces of art? 5 birthdays. You can't help getting older, but you don't have to get old. George Burns. The party was so great, we had such a fun time. Tom was so drunk that he fell asleep on the sofa. I got such a lot of presents and later the police came, because the music was so loud. Have you ever been invited to a surprise birthday party? Do you share your birthday with anyone famous? How many people's birthdays do you know off by heart? What's your star sign? Does your personality match your star sign? What did you do for your last birthday? How would you spend your perfect birthday? Have you ever celebrated your birthday in another country? Do you know what time of day you were born? How do people celebrate birthdays in your country? Do you know anyone who has their birthday on or near a big celebration day? 6 books. We shouldn't teach great books, we should teach a love of reading. B.F. Skinner. I think this book is very underrated. I was overwhelmed by this story about underprivileged children growing up during the Industrial Revolution. What was the last book you read? If you don't like a book, do you still try to finish it? Who is your favorite author? What kind of books do you like to read? Have you ever read a book that had a big effect on your life? Do you have an e-reader? Do you sometimes reread your favorite books? Can you judge a book by its cover? Have you read a book that you thought was overrated? How do you decide what books to read? 7 Business. There are no secrets to success. It is the result of preparation, hard work, and learning from failure. Colin Powell. If we lower the price by $3, I think we can increase sales 2-fold. Yes, if we sell it for $9.99, we'll definitely increase sales, but we won't make as much profit. 7 Business. What's the biggest company in your country? Have you ever worked for a big company? Are there any companies you would like to work for? Do you have a business card? Are there any state-owned businesses in your country? Would you like to start your own company? What kinds of businesses might have trouble surviving in the future? Are there any companies you don't like, but which you have to use? Are there any companies you wouldn't work for? Do many people own stocks and shares in your country? 8 Cars. Have you ever noticed that anybody driving slower than you is an idiot, and anyone going faster than you is a maniac? George Carlin. The bigger the engine, the faster the car, the later you are, the more red traffic lights you hit, the faster you drive, the more petrol you will use. Do you prefer to drive, or to be a passenger? Which classic car would you like to own? Do you prefer sports cars or luxury cars? What's the best car you've ever driven, or had a ride in? What do other car drivers do that makes you angry? What's the most important factor when choosing a car? How do you think cars will change in the next 20 years? What was your first car? Do you think there are too many cars on the road? What's the solution? Did you pass your driving test first time? 9 clothes. Expensive clothes are a waste of money. Meryl Streep. Oh, not another meeting. The new head of sales bores me. Wow, look at you. You're dressed gorgeous tonight. Well, this jacket looks nicer than the last one, but the last one was cheaper and a better fit. Iced one. It's the trendiest and the most comfortable. Where do you like to shop for clothes? Do you have a favorite item of clothing? Where did you get the clothes you're